All right. Well, folks should be able to see us and hear us now. We are back with our first edition Dungeons and Dragons game. Guys, who do we got here? Friendin. Who are you playing?
Uh,
What level are they?
I am playing Grownwolf, who's a magic user at level 8 and a cleric at level 3. He's a real shitty cleric, but that's okay because I'm real shitty at playing a cleric. So the role playing is just chef's kiss. And we're going to see how he does tonight, if we are going back into this thing or not. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's what we're going to figure out at the top of this. Richard, who you got?
Hi there, I am Richard, and I am playing the human-born, dragon-raised remuneration redistribution specialist called Tristan. They've got no other special qualities. They're not like Grown Wolf / Brendan.
He doesn't have an iron stomach in the same way. Dion. Dion, what do you have?
Yes, I am not raised by dragons, but I am in fact human. I'm Patty Arquette, the level 5 barbarian.
All right. Level 5 barbarian whose birthday is today. Everybody wish
Yeah.
Dion a happy birthday.
Thank
We'll
you.
try
happy
not to
birthday.
kill him. Oak, who do you got?
Hey, this is Oak. I'm playing Thybor, the level 8 fighter. And I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year and a happy birthday, Dion.
And Jeff.
Yeah, I have Talina, the human druid, who never forgot she was a fighter. Sometimes she forgets she's a druid. And she's out there. And happy birthday, Dion. Yes.
All right. So, during the last session, well, you guys met a couple of friendly, maybe very friendly Patty harpies who weren't so much being held prisoner as being used by one of the local cults that are down here in the temple. You guys found out that there's a few factions down here that are not necessarily very friendly with one another. And yeah, we ended the session with you guys coming back up to the top inside the main temple itself to give some thought about things. And so I guess you guys need to discuss in character what to go from here. You kind of get the idea that there are several of those sigil sealed doors that need to be disrupted or broken so that the deity deep within the dungeon of the temple can free itself. And whether or not you want to do that. So yeah, we'll just pick it up from there. You guys safely got back. We'll say you got back and camped. All right. So if anybody's down hit points, you can go ahead and have a night's worth of sleep. With Patty's ministrations, you'll get what is it you do, Patty? An extra +2 hit points
Yeah, two hit points
above your
instead
normal.
of one.
Yeah.
All right. My spell's back. Yay.
I was gonna say yeah. Go ahead and pick out what spells you'll have memorized and prayed for the day. And then, yeah, converse. You all know that you have each been granted some kind of a dream sending where a proposition was kind of put forward to you. It's kind of a soft sell. The deity wasn't trying to enslave you, definitely trying to sway you, but mostly by giving you logical reasons. So, yeah, there you go. Take it away.
Okay. So, I for one, I mean, my deity was kind of like good is imbalanced. It's maybe got a little too much sway. We kind of have screwed things up for good, I think, but it depends. At this point, it's just how greedy I feel, and I still feel a bit greedy. I'm not gonna lie. There's good stuff in there, probably.
That
I mean-
stopping us from not going back.
I was going to say much the same. I mean, I'm not feeling greedy, but I was told good was out of whack, and I saw the Hierophant. That's the name. Yes, kill off the old Hierophant, stabbing them in the back. So I mean, I don't feel any loyalty to the current Hierophant who was telling us to go and do this thing. I mean, we could go and stab them in the back, return the favor. But, that's about it.
like the sounds of that.
I don't know. I just know there's treasure there, and I had some really good dreams. So I feel good about the place.
One, we haven't even met these wonderful cultists for each of these elements yet. I mean, according to the Harpies, they strike business deals. They're amenable to barter, and they probably have goods and services that we can partake in. They're just good capitalists, it sounds like.
That makes me want to kill them more.
Well, we don't need to tell them that until they're dead and we have their stuff. Besides, you literally turn invisible. You're the invisible hand of the market. You're capitalism personified. It's perfect.
My problem is the seals. I don't have a problem going down there and picking up a few trinkets and, you know, evening the odds in the area where everywhere we turn, there's a monster attacking us. But I'm not in favor of opening any seals just to see if we can do it.
Any further seals? You've already kind of blown one
Any
open.
more seals?
Yeah.
I say we cross those seals when we come to them, you know? Like, if there's an elemental breathing down our necks and it's self-preservation, then yeah, bye. Oh, oops, a seal.
How how badly injured are folks?
I'm about half HP. I'm like at a 15 out of 30-ish range, if I remember right. 14 out of 34.
Right,
so pretty,
you're fairly beat up.
yeah.
3/4.
Full.
I'm 60 of 80.
Okay. Talina, how are you?
She's full.
Okay.
I am still a few down.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I was a dummy who raked through the garbage pile last time. That's why I got hit kind of hard. That's on me.
All right, Janice
Oh.
just threw in some bad luck for you guys coming up. We'll see. how
I
this
say we
works
sit
out.
here and do nothing for this adventure, and thus the bad thing cannot come at us.
I say we ask for a bad thing to happen in a very contained and safe way from my
Wait, hold on a
deity.
This is the game where we've got like 200 rerolls or something.
That is,
Right,
yeah.
bring it on! Bring it on! Come on!
Famous last words. You're about to redistribute and renumerate your HP.
Yeah, because remember, you can't re-roll the GM's rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. So some of you guys are pretty bad off. I mean, you do have a cleric in your midst, and you do. I don't know how you should be pretty low on healing potions. Actually, I think you went through all the bad ones, the ones that
We
make you
did.
vomit. Yeah,
We did go through all those, yeah.
I believe Patty took all those.
yeah. Exactly what. They're fine. Nothing wrong
Vomiting
with
healing
them.
potions.
Oh, the
Did you
icky
check them?
ones? Yeah, they were great. I don't know what you're talking about. Those are amazing. Better than normal potions.
Those are the moonshine potions, just fine.
Well, those. I was going to say, were they alcohol, not healing potions at all? Just made you feel
Po-
better, and then you
Potions
threw
of
up.
delusion. No, they actually
Exactly,
were
yeah.
health potions. They just were really nasty. You had to be able to hold
Okay.
it down to get the benefit.
When no one is looking after this rest, I selfishly use one of my cure light wounds on myself. I kind of go behind a pillar and I'm like, heal thyself. See how that goes.
Grunwolf is off touching himself. Okay.
Yeah, as I do.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 whole HP. Okay.
All right, so it's the dawn of a new day. You guys have rested. You've eaten. You're bandaging up yourselves as best you can, talking about whether or not you want to go back down. Of course, nothing says you've got to go back down right away, but you know that it's not a static setup down there. Like there's actively groups moving around. You've cleared out a good portion of that first level, but if you wait too long, things will probably be replenished.
I'm inclined to if we're going to do it, to just do it. So that way we can meet the people in charge, let them know we're not opposed to them, hopefully make things easier on us as we go.
Yeah, I
We're
don't
gonna
think
go
we
down
should-
in there. We're gonna knock on the doors and say, "Hello, I'm here to talk to you," rather than kicking the doors and killing people.
I
I
think
mean,
so.
sounds like more of a plan than we had before.
We've got robes too. Don't forget, we have robes that say like, "Hey, we're at least trying to fit in."
Yeah, you do have robes from elemental earth. Yeah, the elemental earth altar.
I don't think we knew they were from any of them.
Well,
I mean, the ones at the top,
right?
whether
Mm.
they were from a particular place, then were they?
Well, I
Or
mean, you
one of the
found
things.
them in areas that seem to be controlled by the elemental earth people.
Okay,
I mean, of course, they could have captured somebody else's robes. I mean,
fair.
who's
I mean,
to say?
I didn't think the upstairs place was controlled by anybody.
Yeah, it's still kind of in flux. But I think the place
Okay.
you found the robes, though, there were signs that wasn't that the same room that was was desecrated. Their glyphs and everything were marked through, and basically it's like Earth Temple sucks, air elementals or water rules, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because wasn't it like a desk that was torn
Mm.
asunder and like some Yeah, I think that's where we found like the accoutrements of living in that space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it might be better for us to come in as an outside force rather than, try to pose as somebody who
Mm.
could, I mean, they could totally suck,
That's fair. I mean, their temple was kind of torn up. Like they might have lost the war.
Yeah.
It's like, what is their ceremonial headgear have big L's on them?
Yeah. Mine has a lot of red holes in it over and over again. That's good, right?
But yeah, I mean, if we come in as a third party interested in what's going on, they might even see us as possible recruits. It's an option.
Oh, one other thing I forgot to say. This big hole you put into the side of the temple yesterday, completely healed over. The stonework is all back. So its repairs.
Overnight.
That's
The repairs are happening faster, much faster.
Wow. I mean, maybe we don't even have to worry with the seals like we said before if it's healing this quickly. Do we want to bother going through this thing? Do we really want to find these people and get a job or something? Or, I mean, it's been really risky so far. We haven't even gotten to the second floor, and they said this thing goes deeper and gets harder.
well. I think it'd be bad if we didn't at least look at the rest of the first floor.
I'm kind of a compulsive filler outer of maps, and I pull out the etchings and all the things that I've done. I'm like, I'd like a complete record if we can, but if we're getting our asses handed to us, I'm not opposed to skipping some things as well, like practically speaking.
Okay, I mean, so do we want to just try and finish off the first floor then? And then
I think-
go from there?
I think that's great, Patty. I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
All right.
Start.
You gonna do any preliminary healing on folks before you go down? You do have, I think, whoever's the master of the inventory, you should have a few healing potions left, but not many. Grownwolf's already blown one of his cure lights for the day.
Yeah, I'd probably hang on to the other two that I have prepared just in case they come in handy and ask that we use the
Honestly, you've
potions.
got to, unless you want to start off right away, you can go ahead and get a spell.
Okay.
Because you have time.
Okay. That's good to know. All right.
I think it's like 4 hours for a first or a second level spell. I mean, so you've got time to redo it.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and pack that back on then. If we have more than a couple potions, I might take one if that's
We currently
okay.
have 3 D10 healing potions.
You got the big boys left, yeah, but just 3.
Ooh. If it's just 3, I'll just keep my cloak up to be invisible and hang back and not be as bold this time.
Okay.
We've
Dropping
got
off
quite a
now.
few water breathing scrolls and water breathing potions,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think they will help.
So one thing I will say, like in character and out of character here, is that we haven't gone down the 5A stairwell and tried to hook things back up, and we have kind of explored that other down the well section twice now. So maybe we go down the stairs and go up that way where the gnolls were holding court in the hallway. We think it connects, kind of, we're inferring.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah,
talking about the
sounds
room
good.
over here in this corner.
I'm easy.
When it comes to the potions and the scrolls and any other offensive or defensive magic that we do, is one person carrying all of that, or have we spread it out amongst ourselves?
I mean, it's all in the bag of holding at the moment.
So
The
Tristan's got
rogue
it.
is carrying.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm carrying it all, but I've got no problems.
Always
You can
a
have.
smart move.
Feel free to carry them with you if you want.
I'm just saying, if we're going down there, we might as well, lock and load, be ready to go, and rather than
Yeah.
having one person have it and that person not be within earshot of you, whoever you are.
So I think Tristan has been carrying most things because of the bag of holding, but I've been doing most of the cartography and fiction, at least. So I guess the two of us being the invisible boys might be a problem at times if you're trying to get info. So that's one thing to bear in mind. I think I would draw. I'll draw a quick and crude copy of the basic directional stuff that we've seen. Not like every corridor, but the big landmarks, and hand it out to everybody. Probably.
Yeah,
Wouldn't take me long if I got hours to do that in the morning.
If you want to just quickly sketch out something like that, what I'll do is I'll give people a bonus on any kind of navigations they need to get out of there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll hand
Just
out
in
a quick
case.
little what do they call Cliff's Notes version of the dungeon to everybody.
According to this, the wizard steps through this wall.
Wait, he shrunk down to get through this area. How am I supposed to do that? Well, fuck.
All right.
Okay.
Any other precautions you want to take? Do you want to spread out some of the magical items you have, the potions, anything?
Y'all think I should top off before we go back in, or just chill? I'm at 60 of 80.
I think that the big bashy boys that can't be invisible should probably be as healthy as they can be, because those healing points are going to restore at best 10 either way, right?
Yeah, but it's also, you got to weigh it that's an emergency thing too. If somebody goes to 0, that can save a life versus the, hey, I took 10 more points on a hit.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think your logic is sound there then. Yeah.
All right. Oh no, he has a war dog now. Thiber has become
for a
mightier.
moment till he has to get down to go play with his toys because he gets too bitey.
I love that dog so much.
All right. Well, if you want to go down 5A, so let me bring this up here. All right, 5A takes you to where am I? There we go. Yeah. Okay, so that takes you down to section 109 here. So you come down these stairs, and this is where that goes to. And what you see is basically what you were able to get with quick look-see the last time you came down.
Are we using a light this time around, or do we want to go without a light?
Well, what's the marching order? Who's ahead? And light source or no light source?
So I think one thing we've had to consider is the fact that Richard, despite being perfectly invisible, can't see in the dark, right? Like that is one thing to consider. And so I would say I'm probably separate from you for that reason, since I can, and I'm going to be on the opposite side of whichever you are, probably Tristan. So if you're leading the front invisible with some transient light source, I'll be in the back.
Yeah, which
I
kills his
understand it,
invisibility. Yeah.
if I was carrying a light source, the light source is invisible, but the light it casts out is not.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Ghost light.
yes, ghost light exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I can go ahead invisible looking for things.
Is
No, no problem with that.
I think the bone grinder weapon was two-handed, right?
One or two.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
a
wait, what happens if I use it as a two-hand?
D10 damage.
Oh, okay. I've been using it as a one-hander, so I can hold a torch if you're worried about like emitting light, even if the light source is invisible.
I don't mind admitting light.
Okay.
Actually,
So, wow. Okay, I'm gonna
so
up my
luminous.
damage then. I did not know that was gonna go to a D10.
All right, so we're gonna have Tristan up front with his lantern. This just the light bobbing in the air since we can't see the lantern. Who's next in line? Probably
go
Patty, so that
next.
you can take use of his light.
Yeah, you didn't cast strength on anyone this time around, did you, Fendon?
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
So
Okay.
so I did prepare 3 strength and I think 2 enlarge. I think 1 or 2 enlarge.
Did you prepare any summons and charms?
Oh, absolutely. That's what my 4th level is basically all monster summoning to at this point because I have too much fun with it.
Beautiful. All right.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after Tristan then. I'll have my bone grinder, bone grinder, two-handed, ready, following along.
Okay, so that is a lantern light. So it's got a 30-foot radius. So I'm going to say, Thyber, you're 30 feet behind, so it doesn't ruin your night vision. Yeah.
Well, is the way we're going? Is that even going to be beneficial in the least, other than its rear guard?
Up to you. Up to you.
What do y'all want?
I think so. I was gonna do the opposite side of where he was, Oak, and so maybe you and I are the rear guard with the night vision.
Okay.
I'll be the stealthy one, you be the bashy one, and we'll keep the rear maybe.
Right. That brings Talina as kind of middle then within the lantern light. Yeah. Jeff, Talina's human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
I
you would
usually
need the
take
light.
up rear post, but if they want to take it, I'll
Yeah,
we
so the
can.
guys in the rear can stay in the dark where they can use their special vision. So what you're going to see here, I'm just going to reveal a little bit more of the map. So that goes up, and yes, you do see a familiar crossing corridor there. And then this continues this way and here. So see the arrows on the map, the long arrows? There's a slight grade. So
Okay.
from the stairs at 109A, and I'm going to go ahead and reveal it over here. So there's another set of stairs. So there must be another room that has a stairs coming down
Okay.
on the opposite end. So there's this grade that kind of goes in like this, and then there's kind of another grade going down into this larger room of 109 there. And it's subtle.
It's a walkable grade, right?
Easily, but
Okay.
it's like it's almost like if you had water runoff, that it would act like a drain. You know,
There were all those potions of water breathing, everyone.
I mean,
Some
we
form
have
of
more than
trap,
enough
too.
potions of water breathing to distribute to.
But do we
if you
have
want to
the
do that?
time to distribute them? I'm gonna say to you in character and be like, maybe give each of us one right now from the bag.
That's exactly what I was suggesting.
Perfect.
Going off Talina's thing, so yeah. And make sure they're actually water breathing potions. I don't accidentally give somebody a speed potion by mistake. Definitely not Grown Wolf.
You have a
Oh,
speed
no.
potion?
That was a potion of poison. Sorry.
All right, so that area 109. So everything kind of it's almost like it would drain down this way and focus into that main room 109 there. You haven't entered it yet, but so what you're seeing again on this side is there's the walls and ceilings are plastered and painted with these evil scenes of debauchery that you've seen all over the temple. They continue here. They don't have a particular theme, like there's not a lot of water involved or fire involved. Just your normal debauchery. Yeah. Someone's just
Run
drawn a
little
bunch
more
of dicks
broadly.
all over the walls. That's what it is. That's yeah, but that's what you're seeing. The corridor itself looks like it is a little damp. Like it's not like a standing pool of water, but you can see like when you lift up your foot, there's a little bit of water at the bottom of the pads. There's no water line. Like you don't think it floods periodically or often because the walls don't show like a water line at all.
It could be a giant boulder that comes down, Indiana.
With everything being so kind of fucky about this corridor, I'm going to take my 10-foot pole and just try to look for any hidden doors or anything. Something feels wrong.
Okay, roll me a d6.
Okay. 6.
Okay. Other than you're verifying that there is a very gentle slope to this area,
Mhm.
and nothing really stands out. Like
Okay.
you're not really finding anything that would be like a trap per se, or anything else other than the very strange, very gentle slope coming down.
Okay.
So do you go forward into the main room 109 as you're doing this, kind of tapping your stick out?
As long as the group is keeping the marching order and we're all heading that way, yes. I don't
Alright.
want to like break rank, but
So-
if we're all doing it, yeah.
As you're raising, well, you're in the rear actually. So what's
Yeah,
everybody
that's-
up front doing? Let's start with
Did we
that.
ever check that over there? Did we ever clear that?
No.
Or look?
We didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you guys in front doing? Do you want to come down into 109 or do you want to
I
go
mean,
up?
we were almost there, presumably, since we saw this grey this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense rather than trudging back up the tunnel.
All right,
Yeah,
Tristan.
let's check that. Yeah.
Well, while
I'm gonna
you
go with them.
raise your lantern light up to take a look, you were one of the ones that are under the effects of the aversion where you can't look at the seals, right?
Yes.
Right. So you
I
raise
think
the
Patty's
lantern
the
up
only one.
and you catch the glint of another one of these bronze locked and sigilled doors. And when that happens, like you turn around and you start walking back the other way. Patty though did pass his save, and so you know exactly what that is. Tristan, you can figure it out just from the reaction that you just have, but you can't focus on the door, and your mind kind of just goes very muddly, and you just kind of walk away.
I just follow the light source and I put my hand on top of his invisible head and I spin him around so it goes back to the door.
You snap his
and I
neck.
just look at the door.
Oh no.
I just look at the door and I walk up. I approach it and observe it closely.
Okay. Well, Tristan, if you actually are like physically holding Tristan, Tristan is going to fight you to get away from the door. You have no
Oh
choice
no! I
about
just
it.
wanted to point the light.
You just
I
want to point
wanted
the
to
light. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just turned him around solely so the light went back to the door and
Okay.
I went to look at it.
Well,
if I
it's
close my eyes, does it work?
yes.
Can he just walk me up there
Yeah.
still?
Yeah, as long as you're
Okay,
not
alright.
viewing it, it seems to be.
Well,
a
there we go
visual.
then.
So there you go. Yeah. So it's a duplicate of the bronze doors from the outside and the one that you broke down from the inside of the temple. Duplicated as far as you can tell, with all the sigils in the same place. It's all intact.
So are you all letting us know that's in the rear?
Yeah, I'll tell you guys it's like intact and all that.
So this is a duplicate of the thing that I just destroyed with Fireball before. Are we going full nuclear again? Oh, that's a word you don't know yet.
No,
I'm the only
wait.
one that would know that.
Don't do that yet.
Okay.
The fire seal's gone on the store too.
Actually, it's not. It still exists on this door. And I think Talina might have something to say too. During your conversation up top, she had mentioned not wanting to break down any more seals. So,
Okay.
are you going to say anything, Talina?
Yeah, I mean, I'm avoiding the whole thing because I can't look at the seals
Yeah.
myself,
All right.
and so I said, remember what I said above. If there's any way for us to, if there's other things to do,
Okay.
we should do it. And the seals maybe at another time, but
the
You
fire
know.
seals back on the store?
We
Mm.
can mark it, right?
Yeah,
We can mark
absolutely.
it
We
and
we have
show
some
what it
corridors
is.
to the north, Talina, that we can check out, right? We can double
Yeah.
back there. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Cross those seals when we come to it, right? Like we said up top. We have other things to do.
Yeah. Look to the leader, see what he says. If he agrees.
How you feeling, Thybor?
Good to me.
All right.
I'm rear guard, so I'm gonna let those in the lead make the choice.
Yeah, so like you noted, there are a couple of doors over here that you had not opened yet or checked out, and then there's the rest of the corridor up this way that you haven't looked at yet. More doors down there as well.
Mordor. Oh no.
Mordor, the best place to be. Party Central.
Thanks for that one, Thybor. I'll take that as a Tolkien of appreciation. You know.
Just you'll want to do those so if we go further, we don't have something coming from behind us. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. The one here, just reveal it here for you. That's just a storage room. It reeks. It's really stale. There's basically casks of beer that's gone sour. It's gone bad. Some of it might still be good, but at least one of those casks have gone bad. Looks like there's also some small kegs of wine and ale. The floor is covered with a dark stain, a dark residue, and there are broken barrels, casks, and kegs strewn about all over the place.
Still look around in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just
There are some
anything at all.
there are some intact casks, barrels, kegs, but it looks like, I don't know, something happened in here and some of the kegs were broken, and that smell, that reek is the beer gone bad on the floor. Very yeasty, very sour smell.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like something
Head towards the other room across from it.
Yep, it's another storage bin. This one had sacks of grain and flour, but by the smell again, it's sat here too long. It's gone moldy.
Hmm.
Also looks like something happened in here, as there are split open bags. There's flour on the floor. Both rooms look like some kind of violent acts had happened in them.
And anything on the walls?
Yeah, good point, because you've seen graffiti before, but in this case, no. There's nothing marked or marked out. The rooms are just plain storage rooms. There's no temple graffiti anywhere. If you spend some time, you said you're spending some time going through the casket, 111.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with 110. I mean, you guys can poke around. 110 has some intact bags. The flour and the grain might still be good in a few of them. Same thing with 111. There are small kegs that still might be good. There's a wine keg that looks like it's intact, but you don't find anything else.
Okay. So does it look like these were purposely destroyed?
It looks like there was a struggle or a battle that happened in here. Like you're seeing one of the cracked kegs in 111, for instance, looks like it was an axe blow that cracked it open, spilled it on the floor.
Any blood in the room?
There's dark stains on the floor, which could have come from the souring beer, but could have also been blood.
I'm gonna flake them and taste them. I got no problem with that.
You know what? You've done this often enough. I mean, you can't tell what variety of blood, but yeah, some of the darker stains on the floor in 111, definitely blood.
Oh yeah, people
And
died
sour,
here.
nasty beer.
I love what they're doing with this place.
All right.
Like, there are bars in the future that have this exact same ambiance. All right, where to?
Oh, we've got this long hall right here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So who's gonna? Yeah. So we're gonna have Tristan ahead with the light source, going down that hall.
Yep.
All right, Tristan. I'll put you here.
I'm gonna follow the magical bouncing light. I almost forget that it's Tristan for a minute and I kind of chase it like a cat chasing a laser pointer, like arms ahead of me and like crouched over, like, and then I realize like I grabbed Tristan. I'm like, oh,
Ah!
sorry.
So your light extends out 3 squares, 30 feet, and then much weaker light past that. So that's about what you can see. So this is a long corridor, and you do see a couple of doorways and a few just breaks, cross tunnels as well.
Maybe we'll try the shorter corridor.
Yeah, seems like a good idea to
Yeah.
cover our back.
Which one do you want to check out, Tristan?
The one in the wall on the south.
Okay.
Assuming north is up.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this room is locked. You go to open the door, you rattle it. You notice that the door lock has, there's actually been a chain and padlock put on the door, and they're pretty new. As you rattle this, you hear some commotion from inside. It sounds like more than one person calling out, but it's really muffled.
You want me to bring Rusty up?
I mean, I can probably pick through it. If Rusty's hungry, sure.
That's right. You're a thief. There you go. Sorry.
I'm a remuneration
Oh.
redistribution expert.
It's remuneration.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not trying to break a rice bowl. Go ahead.
All right, I'll give it a roll. I will try and pick it open. I'm assuming that this is where all the cultists have been tied up together. So, that's just wild speculation. Yeah, that's
12%.
definitely
Nice.
success.
It's a simple enough padlock. You pop it open, you pull the chain out of the door, throw the door wide. So there are 11 human captives in here. They're gagged, chained to the walls.
Didn't we also get some restraints and things that we found in the other section too? Like, didn't we get some locks, some nice locks and things? Okay.
So these prisoners, they're all naked. They look like they've been beaten. There are 2 females amongst the group as well. Age varies. Some of them quite young, some are older.
What we can do is grab the robes and start reading off the name tags. Billings. Billings.
Billy
Samson.
Bob Joe.
Bueller. Bueller.
Montez.
Are they in earshot of us without us having to like super go into there?
You can whisper, and you figure they probably couldn't hear you. You could barely hear them through the door. You could always close the
Okay.
door on them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're struggling. They're struggling their bonds. They're trying to yell something through their gags, and it's just coming out as "Woo, woo, woo."
So what do we want to do? Do we want to?
Are they hooded?
They're not hooded, but they're gagged.
Wait, 1 second. Nod if you are trying to tell us that there is some sort of booby trap in the room that will happen. If not, just
yeah. Some of them shake their head
Right.
no.
okay. That's it. We can discuss them now. Just checking that we're not going to explode or anything.
You know, though, Tristan, what if they were shaking their head like, I don't know?
No, don't come in.
Yeah, there's multiple interpretations. Really, maybe we should just untie one and have them walk around a bit. No, yeah. So what do we want to do? We might piss off the people we're trying to get in good with if we free their captives. There's that.
I mean, I'm assuming that this is the Earth Temple people. I might be incredibly wrong on this, but if I was to loot a temple and do something. I might tie them all up in a room over here.
Take
put
the
my
gag
head in
off
the
them and
room.
question them.
Oh, I'm sorry, Thybor. Go ahead.
So we could take a gag off and question them.
We could, or and I put my head in the room and I say, "Honk if you're earthy."
Who hates fracking?
They look very confused at the questions. Just from the looks of them as well. 4 of them are obviously men that are used to combat. Like, they've got the look about them of soldiers. 3 of them are very small and kind of mousy. 2 of them look like they're probably highborn or maybe merchants or wealthy. You know, they're very soft of skin. Hands are not calloused. Again, they're all naked.
Okay. I look at the 2 that are mousy. I look at my own slight build, and I say to the group, "Maybe don't take the gags off those 2 right away."
The mousy ones you got to look out for. They
Yeah,
got a lot to prove.
So, yeah, I guess. Do we want to maybe pick one and talk to them a bit? Everybody, is that a plan?
We could do it. May take to down the hallway to another room, so we can question them against each other to compare stories.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I do have a charm person monster.
Ooh.
So
Then they'd probably just tell us everything that we could ever want.
Okay, so the door's open because you have been contemplating and you're asking questions. Let me have everybody roll me a d6.
Okay.
Okay. Talina. Okay, yeah, just Talina. Talina, you are maybe a little shocked at seeing the prisoners in here. Maybe you're involved in thinking of the best way to strategize your interrogation of them. But you are unprepared as the door next to you here opens. And they're trying to do it quietly. So the rest of you notice it just in time. But half dozen figures basically come out of this door to attack. So Talina, you cannot act on the first round. The rest of you guys,
115?
yeah, out of 115.
Okay.
So let's have Tristan, since he's the closest one to that door. Why don't you roll a d6 for your side, Tristan?
Because I'm horrible at rolling.
Exactly.
There, a 6.
Oh, hey.
Actually, high is good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, high is good for you guys. And you get a 1.
Oh, there we
So
go.
yeah, so most of you guys are hyper vigilant, and you catch it before they're coming out. And it looks like there's more of these kind of pale gray, almost dog-faced looking creatures, the ghouls that you talked to in a prior room. These do not seem interested in conversation, though, as they
Okay.
come down upon you. So there are 6 of them.
Even wearing these robes,
They're not wearing robes. They are naked, showing
no
off.
us. We
Yeah,
wearing robes?
yeah, they're attacking.
Okay.
And so in this case, it doesn't matter either way. But when you guys were having the conversation up top, Talina had said that it might be better if you didn't go in as one of the factions. So are you saying you are dressed as the faction with the
I
robes
couldn't
that you
remember
have?
if we were going in or not.
So yeah, let's get that clear now. So are
Okay.
you guys robed or not robed?
I thought based
I
on
kept the robes on
Did
from
you?
last time, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I thought after that last conversation that maybe I wouldn't, but if anybody is, I will as well. I guess is how I'll come down on it.
I'll go with consensus. It doesn't matter either way to me.
Yeah.
I thought we were still going to wear them. I don't
Okay.
remember the conversation
Okay.
and not do it.
That's
to me
2
as a
4.
player, not remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hardly
I'm
matters
for
for
that.
Tristan, who goes around invisible
I was
most of
gonna
the time.
Yeah, I'm mostly
Invisible.
invisible too, so that's the other thing. Yeah.
Okay, so Talina, how about you? Are you choosing to wear the robes, or are you going
No.
without?
No,
Okay, you're going
no
without.
robes. No robes.
All right, Tristan. So the corridor is fairly small. Like you can stand not the 2 largest of you side by side even. So they're only able to come out 2 at a time. So there's 2, and you can see beyond them 4 more in the room ready to try and rush out. And so you guys have the action. Talina is, you're probably, Talina, maybe you are trying to look for familiar faces or something. And so you're captivated by, trying to determine what's going on with the people in the room. So the rest of you, what are your actions? You could say you're casting. I didn't ask, but Grown Wolf, if you wanted to cast something,
Yeah.
you can.
That was the plan, yeah.
What are you casting?
Casting 2 attacks.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay, so casting, probably, I'm going to try to get away with it, even though it's a turn to cast it. I'm going to cast the first of the strength.
Okay, so it's a full turn. All right,
It's
so
a
you
full
start
turn.
casting. So looking at yourself in the pack, you're at the end of the corridor. Tristan and
Yeah.
Talina are at the closest to the ghouls, and I think Tristan, are you currently invisible?
Or almost always.
Almost always.
Yes.
Okay, so that means Patty and Thyber. Patty and Thyber, you guys are too big to stand side by side. So Thyber, if you want to rush in to attack, you're either gonna have to wait for Patty to move, or try and squeeze past Patty.
I'll let him go by me.
All right,
No,
good
I'm
enough.
gonna
Patty
yell,
sucks it in.
No, I'm going to yell for combat. I'm assuming by this time we worked on maneuvers, so call for a combat tactic for us to get in the crossroads.
Okay.
Right here on
Okay.
my back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talina's going to be a little stunned this round, so not going to be able to react. So Thyber, you call out that you're under attack. What do you do?
That's what I'm saying for everybody to regroup to basically, and I'm backing into the hallway so we can move.
Right.
I'm wanting everybody to come back
To
so
you.
we can have
Okay.
three-way.
So your
Within the
character is fine
crosshairs.
where it is. You just back down the corridor
Yeah,
a
I
little
just
bit.
backed up.
All right. So Patty, what are you doing? Because you're choking up the hallway.
Can I hit an enemy or is Talina in the
You
way?
can. Talina's much smaller than Thyber. You can go past
Okay.
Talina just fine and attack if you want to. You don't see Tristan, so you don't know that he's there. You suspect that he's around there because he's the one who opened the door. You just don't know exactly where.
Yeah.
Calling for everybody to fall back.
Oh, and there's
though, so we
light
can get
there.
in
That's the
cross.
other thing.
You want us to fall back, you said?
Yeah, because we got this T intersection here.
Alright, so then
We
I'll
fall
move
back and get
to...
them to come here. More of us can attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move
Okay.
to right here then. Be like, get back!
Okay.
Yeah, and Talina's not petite. She's 5'11 and 158.
Yeah, but these guys are like 300 plus pounds and 6 foot or
Yeah.
more. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, but I just didn't want you to think of her as,
Yeah.
like 5
She's
foot,
not frail,
you
but
know.
she's not a monster either.
Yeah.
All right, Tristan. Talina is kind of snapping out of her thoughts. So, Tristan, what are you doing?
Is the door open or closed? I
It's
can't remember
opened.
what we-
It's opened, and 2 of them coming side by side out into the hallway. It looked
No,
like they
no,
were-
the door to 114.
It is
where
opened.
the
It is
hostage
opened.
All right, well, I would just step into that so that they go past me.
Okay.
Right now.
Go ahead and move your character down if you can.
All
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Talina.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that leaves Talina all exposed, and she can't act this round. She is surprised for the first segment. So it's going to be 2 attacks on Talina. Okay. Oh wow. I'm rolling piss poor, so it doesn't really matter, Talina, that you're just standing there and barely able to defend yourself. As they really were trying to take the group by surprise, and they themselves are a little bit concerned that tactics are being employed on your behalf. So they miss, but it does. They come into the hallway, and then 2 more behind them are able to come in too. So there are now 4 in the corridor right in front of you, Talina, and you can kind of see behind them that there's at least 2 more in the room behind as well. So that's round, meaning next round, let's have Friendon go ahead and roll a d6. And are you casting anything else? Your other spell will end this round, but you can start casting as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast again this
You
round.
are
Yeah.
going to cast. All right.
2.
Give them a 2. They give you a simultaneous
Oh.
round, but your spell goes off at the start of the round. So
Okay.
who are you casting the strength on?
So I think logically it'd probably be Thybor because I got him in front of me. He's my meat
Okay.
shield. That makes sense to me.
All right. So what does he need to roll to see what the magnification is?
I think it's oh shoot, it's been a little while since we did it.
+1 last time.
I think it's still the same thing. It's definitely still the same thing.
Spend a
Oh,
point to reroll.
yeah. Anything you guys roll, you're free to
Yeah.
use rerolls on. Just keep
Yeah.
track of using them, please.
I'm gonna use another one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, one more. That's it. I get what I keep in that one.
Okay.
Wasted two.
All right.
So
Sounds
you
good.
use three. You use three rerolls.
Yep.
All right. Three rerolls
And I've
used.
got, +3. Which
Okay.
sucks.
So I'll let you guys go ahead and tell me what your actions are first. They'll still get theirs before they die, if they die. But you go ahead. Talina, you're right there. You can act this round, and you're the one in the most danger. Do you want to take your action?
Yeah. What did he ordered to go back, right?
Yeah.
He said
He's
go back.
he's calling. Yeah, he's asking everybody to drop back.
All right. Double timing back.
Well, okay. So you're in melee. So if you want to exit melee, you can do a fighting withdrawal. It just means you can't go your full movement. You can go half movement.
I'm going full movement.
You're gonna go full movement.
Half movement should be fine
Yep.
for where we're positioning, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean you can make the corridor in half movement. You sure you want to go full?
Yeah, if I can do it half. Okay, yeah. I didn't know the
Okay,
scale.
no,
Okay,
you're fine.
so if I
You're
can-
fine on half.
okay.
All right, yeah. So you fend off some claws as you back up down the corridor. That's fine. Grown Wolf, what's your spell?
It is monster summoning 2.
Okay, let's find how many segments.
3 segments on that guy.
3 segments. So at the end of the round, you can roll and find out what happens.
Okay.
Okay, Tristan. So you're standing in the doorway just inside the room with the prisoners. What do you do?
Waiting for them to go past.
You're gonna wait for them to go past. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. I will give you. You can hold your action to the last segment of the round. Okay. Fiber.
They have closed chasing.
Yeah. So
Archer.
they'll since this is a simultaneous round and Talina is doing a fighting withdrawal. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. She draws them out into the kill zone. So they're right in the middle of the intersection. Yeah.
Make sure I've got my strength in here correctly.
So there's 2 in the middle of the intersection, 2 right behind them, and Tristan, you see 2 more coming out of the door.
And there are 2 within range.
There are there are 2 side by side.
Attack on each.
Okay, go for it. Patty, they're also in range of you too.
Swinging.
There's the first one.
21 hit, 19 points of damage. Woo! Okay.
And the second one.
Oh, I gotta change my hit and damage bonuses.
20 points. If I'm assuming a 17.
Yeah, they both hit, and you kill the 2 that are in the kill zone. So your
okay.
plan worked out really well. So this is simultaneous round, so they're still going to get their attacks in. Patty, there are 2 more right behind them. You can, since you've got a longer weapon, kind of just reach around the corner and hit one or both if you want.
Yeah, I only have 1 attack, so.
Sure.
Pop.
15 will hit. 7 points of damage is not enough to take it out, though.
Okay.
All right. All right, so I'm going to give the ones that died and got injured here, I'm going to give them their attack. So the 2 in the front were following Talina. They were unaware of Fiber and Patty, so it's going to be 2 attacks on Talina. 2 and 20. Well, the 20 is definitely going to hit. Let's see. Okay, it's only 1 point of damage, but make me a save versus paralyzation.
Who? Talina?
Yeah, Talina.
Oh, okay.
You got that, Jeff?
Yeah.
There it goes.
I did it.
Oh, okay, so that's a fail. Okay, do you want to use a reroll or do you want to take it?
I'll take it.
You take it. Okay, so the scratch is next to nothing. It just barely breaks the surface of your skin. A little bead of blood shows, but then you're kind of chilled to the bone as you find that you're unable to move yourself. Those are the 2 behind. The 2 behind them, seeing their Thiber kind of clash into it. We're gonna have 1 on Thiber and 1 on Patty. So Patty, the one that you injured, What's your AC?
1, I think.
Okay,
Let me
that is going to
double-check.
hit. The same thing.
Okay.
You take 1 point of damage from a very light scratch, but make me a save versus paralyzation.
Save versus paralyzation. Bop, bop, bop.
Make it.
Hey.
Not a problem. And Thiber, 1 on you. It's going to miss.
AC 3.
Yeah, it's going to miss. Tristan, the 2 last ones that you can tell just walked past the door and are heading into the melee, so you're behind them. You can take your action now at the end of the segment, or at the end of the round.
I courageously, yes, not cowardly, courageously jump out and stab one of them in the back. Ha ha!
Yep.
Huzzah.
Yeah, you get all your normal bonuses from attacking from hiding.
Invisible.
Yeah.
Fine. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh wow, nice hit. And so, what's the multiplier on the
The
damage?
multiplier now is.
If it's more than
number.
twice, it's dead.
Yeah, it's more than double. It's a number between backstab 4 times.
Okay, 24. So you
Now-
neatly sever its spine and maybe just kind of quiet. You do it really quietly, grab its face so it can't say anything, and you kind of bring it back into the room. The other one doesn't even notice.
Yes, as I sever its spine, I say, now
Yeah.
who's paralyzed?
Yeah. Nice. And then, end of the round, your spell goes off, Grown Wolf.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell me what you summon or what size and how long it takes it to get here.
Okay. So these are all in the Knoll giant centipede kind of range of creature, like giant
Yeah.
toad, shit like that. I get 6 of them. I rolled high, and I get them in, let's see how many rounds. 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Okay, so start of the next round. There's still a few of them up and moving. Let's have Patty. Why don't you roll a d6 for your side? Anyone casting? Although Talina is paralyzed.
I am casting.
You are
yeah.
casting. Okay.
5.
Give them a 5. They give you a 2. So you guys go first. What are you casting, Grown Wolf?
This is going to be another full turner. I am going to cast strength on somebody else.
Okay. Well, you can see Patty in the corridor across from you. You can also see Talina.
Yeah, I think probably Patty, since Patty's mobile, is my bet, but we'll see depending on how the turn unfolds here.
That's fine. You can choose at the end of the turn who you actually
Cool.
target. I'm fine with that.
Thank you.
All right, so you're casting. Both Thiber and Patty, both of you have a target that you're in melee with. If you guys want to go ahead and take your swings, go right ahead.
Wing in. Bop.
Okay, that's going to miss Patty.
Okay.
Thiber, that hits, and wow, man, the damage you do. You destroy your opponent.
Is Patty's within reach?
Yes.
Thanks to Grown Wolf, I'll get that extra +7 in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay, so you've taken care of all 4 now in the intersection, although you can see 2 more coming up the corridor. Talina paralyzed, Gromwolf casting, Tristan. There's 1 more. Actually, not 2 coming up the corridor. 1. One of them just disappeared. All right, Tristan, you're still behind the last one that's left.
Hopefully, that one also mysteriously disappears. Oh no, a 14? Does that hit anybody?
Yeah, it does actually, because you're coming in from. Is that with all your bonuses?
That's with the bonuses and
Okay, so
everything in there,
hold on.
so-
Let me do some math real quick. 14. It hits an AC of 5. So yeah, it does hit. They have an AC of 6.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, in which case that is 28 points of
Okay.
damage then. So
You silently execute another one. All right, so combat is over, and 6 Grown Wolf. Is that what
Yeah,
you?
6 of them. 6. Yeah.
Okay, so coming out from this large sloping quarter behind you, the
Mhm.
109 area, are 6 spiders about the size of a very large dog.
Oh, I love them.
Your
Poor
cat
mouse to
hisses.
feed.
Your bloodworm kind of chokes you a little bit.
I pat them both and I say, "Friends."
Okay, so how long do they stay for?
I think it's 2 rounds per level, and I'm a level 8.
Oh
So,
wow. Okay,
Wait, what are these?
160
basically
minutes, 3
dog-sized
hours.
spiders.
Okay,
Oh my
well you've
God.
got them for 3 hours. They're summoned now.
All right. While we've got some downtime, if it's cool with everybody else, I was casting that strength spell. I'm gonna throw that at Patty's face.
Yep.
And if we have enough time, I'm gonna drop the next one on Talina too, and just get everybody. So if you
Yes.
want to roll your d6 plus ones, you
Okay.
two.
Talina, you'll
gonna
come out of the
re-roll.
paralyzation in about 10 minutes.
Yes.
Grown Wolf will cast the strength on you, so go ahead and roll that. See how much you're improved by.
Nice.
Wow.
What is that now?
That's 7.
It's a
D6
D6
plus 1.
and a plus 1. Add it to your strength, and that's your new
D6
strength
plus
for the
1,
next couple of
okay.
hours.
Shit. Plus
That
7
hit
plus
Titan?
14.
Okay. What does that put Talina's strength at now?
Yeah. 17, 18, 19. She's at 19.
Okay. Yeah. That's nice. All right.
Very good.
So the ghoul's paralyzation touch only lasts for a turn, so 10 minutes, and you're fine after that. You guys are boosted for the next couple of hours. You've got a half dozen spiders for the next 3 hours.
We should maybe make hay while the sun isn't shining on all of these, accoutrements that we have.
And you got a room full of prisoners, 11 prisoners, naked, 3 women, 8 men, various ages.
Do we want to waste the time interrogating them, or should we go on while the spells are still going and investigate more places and come back to them later?
I like that plan. And when you said that there were 8 men in this room, Tristan, I thought you said 8 men, and I was a lot more excited. And now, it's so blasé to me. I say we just push on.
I mean, technically, if I don't know if evolution happened in D&D world, but maybe.
The spiders are the perfect scouts too.
Yes, you're right. I think they are. Cast Charm Monster on one of those spiders.
All right. It gets a save.
They do, yeah.
Jeez. The GM needs rerolls. Okay, so you're adding a spider to your menagerie. They
Perfect.
actually have not bad intelligence, though, so it might
Nice.
break out and eat you in your sleep.
Oh, great. That's
We'll
good.
we'll see how that goes.
Does anybody have the hidden damage for 19?
Fiber or Oak posted a chart in the
Plus
chat.
3, plus 7.
Plus
Yeah.
3 plus all there. Okay.
Brendan
Wow.
also said that he had posted it in a player's notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in R22. And actually, while we're planning the next step, I'm gonna hit the head real quick,
Yeah,
everybody.
sure,
I'll be right
sure.
back.
Yeah, okay. So 115, if you eyeball that room, it looks like there's holes in the ground. Again, looks like the ghouls use an extensive tunneling system. The room itself, though, looks like you interrupted them playing a hand of some kind of dice game. There are sheep knuckle bones on a table, some coins out and about, just coppers for the most part.
They're not betting body parts.
No.
Mm.
And there are 2 doors in that room, north and west.
We
Any
question
preferences?
anybody yet?
Anybody?
Are we questioning these people or?
Well, as I said, do we want to waste the time now that we got the strength spells on there? Or are we just gonna kick
True.
indoors?
Of
It's
course,
not
I think
waste of
those last
time.
for like 8 something hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be around for a while.
All right. Well, I guess that means you can pick them all up with your amazing strength and turn them upside down and threaten them or something.
Put them in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
We'll take them out later. What
Actually,
could possibly go wrong?
alive things that go into a bag of holding die.
Yeah, they suffocate.
Yeah, there's no air in there.
Hmm. So
Grown Wolf says,
astronauts.
"My ex-wife was a bag of scolding. Hey, yo."
Now, what if we put like a long, like a something like a straw on the edge of the bag so they can suck on it while they're
Yeah.
where they can get air.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should experiment with like less important living things one at a time with different ideas.
All right. So
Congratulations
long
on
as it works.
volunteering there, Grown Wolf.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
what's the play?
Well, Talina wants to make sure we at least mark the room so we can go back when we can,
Mm-hmm.
because she's got this thing about being prisoner, being
Yeah.
a prisoner,
Sure.
being a former prisoner herself. She doesn't want to let them loose because who knows who the hell they are. But on the other hand, she doesn't want to just let them rot and
Mhm.
die.
I mean, we know they're here. We can come back.
yeah.
when
Yeah,
we-
the whole
we
time
get
they're
them
struggling, trying to say stuff through their gags, trying to get your attention.
I pull one gag out real quick.
All right.
Someone who wants to talk.
Out of one of the men, out of one
Sure.
of women's mouth. Okay.
No, women.
One of the women. Okay.
Pretty lady.
Okay. And you're wearing the robes, right?
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
So she's like, sir, we've done nothing. We've done nothing. Please, some food, some water. Let us go.
Where are the others?
We've seen no others since you've captured us. We've been in this cell for days.
You haven't seen anyone for days?
No, sir.
I look to the others. I'm like, we should at least give them food and water for now.
We should.
I mean, they were captured by the priests. I'm assuming. Like, why were you captured?
She looks at your robes and looks a little unsure. It's like, sir, I have no idea why you took us, sir. I'm just a simple servant from Nulb. Nulb being the small city nearby,
Yeah.
a small town. Wouldn't even call it a city. Nowhere near a city.
I mean, if they're innocents, like,
But we don't know that, dude.
true. I'm gonna stare at her and see if her or any of them are magical.
Oh,
I
okay.
pass.
No.
None of them are magical.
Technically, you'd have to ask each one to show them your magics, but we'll just no. None of
Okay.
them are
I
magical.
was gonna say I could roll.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I should either regag her or kill him.
I just re-gag her for now.
Oh,
Yeah.
He starts crying.
I just pat her on the head gently.
Oh man, that's probably not seen as a kindness, actually.
Yeah.
Oof.
She's probably
Ooh.
thinking, "I'm next. Whatever's
Yep.
going on, I'm next." All right. So there you go.
Okay. So reconvene with the original order. Thyber and I in the back. Everybody's got their strength up. Okay.
Okay. So I guess you're leading Tristan with your ghostly light in front of you. What do you want to do?
We investigate the rest of this room, or where are we going, good team?
The room again is pretty barren. It's got just a crappy table, a few chairs. Looks like they were just gambling when you guys interrupted them.
Gambling ghouls.
Mm-hmm. There's little dirt tunnels. It may just be where they sleep, or it may be an extensive tunnel system. Hard to tell, but they're very, they're just big enough for a ghoul to slide into.
If they were tending to the prisoners and torturing them, does that mean that they were ghouls that lashed? Ghoul lash?
Huh?
Important question.
Cool.
What class do I need to take to be able to learn the silence spell?
No, you just need to tell me to sleep all the time.
I see up here.
You want to look further? You want to go up that way instead?
Oh, there's a door here. I didn't see the door. Oh,
2 doors in
Yep.
Yeah, 2.
Sorry.
northwest.
Okay. Well, I think doors, man. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a preference which one you fiddle with first, Trappy boy.
All right. I tell everybody there is no traps on the north door.
Yeah.
And wait to see what happens. Yeah, north door. We'll look at the north door first.
Okay, so you open up the north door. All right. Well, blame Jameis for this.
No, an evil
Thanks,
thing happens.
Seamus. I'll see you on Friday.
Yeah. No. So apparently the ghouls were not alone. The room of this ghouls were alerted and are in wait. They have pushed over their tables to form little barricades, and they've all got crossbows set out. So as soon as that door opens, of course they don't see you, Tristan, but they fire anyway.
Mm.
No.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
I can't blame them.
I will, since they're just firing kind of blindly, I will make it a little harder for them to hit you, but they're just unleashing into the doorway. One of them is going to hit you. All right, crossbow quarrel, take 5 as it just hits you in random limb. Yeah, not enough damage
Does that
to make
mean
you.
the crossbow bolt disappears?
It does, yeah.
Oh, neat.
As does the blood that's pouring out of it, but the blood that you leave behind. Yeah, so all of you guys hear like the tension of a bowstring being released, and you see bolts fly through the air. Most of them missing Tristan. There's actually, I'm gonna play it by how you guys have your characters. So you guys kind of basically left Tristan to his own devices here. No one else is in the room. Tristan is standing in the door frame. So you guys all hear that, and so that's a surprise round. Let us, who rolled last? Patty. So Fiber, roll a d6. Okay. Is anyone casting?
I'm not casting, but I will be directing my retinue
Yep.
into there.
Okay, they go first. They go on segment 3. So here's what's going to happen. Give me just a second.
Send them along the ceilings and walls, man.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If they've made barricades on the floor, the spiders aren't going to care. They're just going to...
Okay.
Great.
All right. So the 6 that fired are reloading. We'll start with that. And coming down this corridor behind you. Yeah, that door opens.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they can come just right around the corridor. So unfortunately, Grown Wolf, there is a contingent of gnolls and ghouls, a combination of both, coming down this corridor. Grown Wolf, you're going to get, we'll say that first one charged. So a gnoll is going to try and impale you on its spear.
Okay.
Ooh, what's your AC?
Yeah. It's a 2.
Yeah. Not too bad. Glancing blow as a spear rips through your lower calf, maybe 2 points of damage, but now you know they're there. So they're coming down this corridor back here, and they have a hardened position here where they're up all behind pushed over tables. Looks like there's a fair number of these things, guys. Tristan, you can see that there are 6 of these crossbow wielding mix, 3 ghouls, 3 gnolls in this room anyway. So it is your turn. I'm going to have the 12 spiders. Where are you directing them? You can direct them out.
I think now, having like been attacked from behind, given that we're all kind of facing the other way,
Yeah.
I think I'd tell 4 of them to get our rear with the bloodworm,
Okay.
and 2 of them to help Tristan in the front. I think of the 6, yeah.
Roll me 5d20, Grown Wolf. The last one will be your bloodworm.
Okay.
as they scuttle down the corridor into this. They do pretty well. The bloodworm actually does something. Roll me 2d8.
Okay. All right.
All right. Yeah, so the bloodworm just basically removes a leg from one of the ghouls, but the ghouls are not very tasty to the bloodworm, so it spends a little bit of time retching as it's spitting out the bits of the ghoul. The spiders clash into the force coming down the hallway, but they're not doing so well. You sent in 2 into the room with Tristan, right?
Yep.
Roll me 2d20 for them. Okay,
12 and
17 will
17.
hit. Okay, roll me a d6.
5.
Okay. Make a save versus poison. Okay, made a save. All right, so Tristan, you see 2 very large spiders crawl across the ceiling into the room, drop down on the crossbowmen that are behind the tables. So that all happens fast. What do the rest of you guys want to do? Tristan, you're still standing in the doorway. They've cocked and reloaded.
Reloading.
Can I push through or?
Yeah. You can get past Talina. You don't know that Tristan's standing in the middle of the doorway, but
Yeah, well, I'm gonna
trample to
go
death.
in.
you're gonna
and
go
I'm
in.
gonna-
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where Tristan is either, so I was.
Yep. I assume
no.
Tristan moves out of people's ways as they go by him.
Yeah, no, I'm going into the room prior to this room. I'm going to this room,
Oh, you're gonna open the
not
door.
that room.
Okay, so you're gonna
Yeah,
open the door
did he
over here.
close the door already?
That door was never opened.
No, he's just going into that room, not.
Oh, going
opening
into
the
this
door.
room. Okay, I got
Right,
you. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm in here. Is this northern door open? That door.
That's the one that
Yes,
Tristan's
that's-
standing in front of, and the crossbowmen are
Right.
in. Yeah,
So it's wide open.
it's wide open.
Okay. And he's invisible standing in front of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I have any indication that he's invisible standing
Well,
in front of
There's
it?
a light.
There's a light,
and I guess
yeah.
I'm dripping blood a little bit
Yeah.
as well.
You can see some blood on the floor, and he's holding a light.
Okay. And I can see through him
Yep.
at the other ones that are reloading, right?
Right.
They're all reloading. Okay. And as I come in, damn it, I'm gonna go over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go against the wall
Okay.
with my boar spear. I'm gonna put it to the side and take out my daggers, and I'm gonna yell at Tristan, and I'm gonna say, "Far corner, go to the far corner," and I point to this
Okay.
corner over here in the south.
Okay.
Go to the far corner. So that's what I
Sure.
point to him.
Tristan, what are you doing? You see Patty start charging towards the door.
Well, I mean, Talina's just said a thing, and I assume she's going to do a thing, so
Mhm.
move out of the way to the south corner.
Yeah. Go ahead and move your
Yep.
your icon to where you're going. And Patty, you're just charging into the room.
Yeah, I want to double check those 200 bits we just got. Did we use that for healing, guys?
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Do we want to
thanks,
use it
Gray.
for healing? Yes, thank you, Gway. Do we want to use it for healing, or you want me to just bid it for now?
I could use some healing.
Who
Yeah,
else is hurt?
Yeah. So go ahead and spend it. Everybody can do roll your hit dice and take that much healing. Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at full. I only had 1 damage.
Nice.
Alright. And then, yeah, I'm gonna move in and bonk.
Good roll.
Roll.
Okay, so they're behind a table, so they're going to get a little bit of cover from what you're doing. But go
Oh,
ahead.
there's a table.
Yeah, they're set. So they've
How
pushed a
big is
table
the
over.
table?
It's like 5 feet, and
Can
they're behind it.
Can I kick the table? And I mean, I have a
Yeah.
strength of 25 right now. Can I
Um,
just like
yes.
Falcon punch this
You
table
can.
against the wall?
You can. So
Alright.
I'm still gonna make you roll me a melee to hit roll.
Okay, so
Mm.
that would just be the d20 plus my strength, right?
Mhm.
Alright, so that's 8 and then plus 7, so
Oh,
15.
yeah, that's fine. 10 is you're just hitting the table, so you hit it just fine. You don't miss it. So okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Go ahead and roll your damage, which is a D4 plus your strength bonus.
Okay, so that'll be a d4 plus 17, no 14. So d4 plus 14.
Okay.
So
18 points of damage. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's against all behind that table. That's disgusting.
Up into
Honestly,
the wall.
honestly, y'all, I'm just preparing nothing but strength spells. Grown Wolf's gonna get buff here soon too. This is
Wow.
just too good.
So there's just a flood of just blood. You hear bones snap. None of them had more than 14 hit points. So you just smash the table against the wall, killing these. Now the room behind it. Now that you're in here, you can see that this next room was kind of like a dormitory, and there are a lot of gnolls that have armed up, have spears ready to chuck, have gotten armor on, gotten shield on. They had enough time, enough warning to start to prep. There's easily 20 of them in there.
Okay. They're still in the other room though.
Yeah, they're still in the other room.
That door's open though.
That door is opened. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be with you in a second.
And that's
Yep.
117 that has the 20 of them,
Yeah.
we're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
I just say out loud, grab the table and block this other door.
Slow chant of fireball begins.
Well, that's the thing is as I get the sense that there are more in there, like I was going to be inclined to try to get into cover anyway and not be the one that's right there. So depending on how movement works this turn, I would try to probably at least be the cream filling in this situation.
And if you just want to move your token to where
Okay.
you are. Fiber, what do you
So
do?
there's some coming down the hallway.
There
here,
are.
right?
There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch, and
At
there's
that movement,
4
I would have been
spiders.
trying to like push Grown Wolf behind me anyway.
Okay. That was my instinct too, is to get behind you.
Right.
So
Yeah,
So,
if
Fiber,
you
do you
keep
want
me
to
alive
stand in the
somehow.
breach? Are you gonna like take up that central position and just try and fend them off?
Yep.
Yeah, they can only get at you 2 at a time in that corridor, but there are a lot of them, and there are spiders in there doing some work.
and
too.
the bloodworm too. And the
And
bloodworm.
the
Do I get to
bloodworm.
attack or?
You can get an attack. Yeah.
Okay, is there 2 separate targets you said I can hit?
Right. And so if you stand where you are, they're going to be able to fill the hallway, and they can get more than 2 attacks on you. If you stand in the breach, they can't get more than 2 on you. So
Yeah, I want to stand wherever.
right,
Like
yeah,
right
right
there.
there.
Okay. So first attack.
Oof.
Okay. Well, that just outright kills one.
30.
What does that hit?
13 hits a 0.
Yeah, that hits, kills another one. So 2 down. You just demolish 2 gnolls, but the corridor is filled with them. I mean, there's easily a dozen.
Well, if I can
Large
just pile
one.
up a wall of dead in front of me, then
Yeah,
I'll have a hard time.
they'll have a hard time getting to you. That is very true. I think that's everybody's actions. Talina is set up to do something here in the next round. So why don't we have Jeff roll a d6? Is anyone casting?
Yeah, I'll cast.
Talina, were you planning on casting something?
No.
Nope. Okay. You give them a 2. Okay, so they go first. Patty, there is a bunch of spears thrown at you. I'm going to give you some cover from the table that you're standing next to, although you've destroyed a lot of it.
Okay. If anyone, are we good with healing, or does anyone else need healing? We just got another one on the table.
I could take another.
Okay, go ahead.
Say I'm 10 below, but
Yeah, so go ahead and everybody take another hit dice worth. One of those is going to hit you.
100 is only one person, so
Oh,
Brendan
one
said
person.
he was going to
Brendan,
take
okay.
it.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. Oh,
Okay.
no, keep it, dude. That's fine.
No, you
Okay.
need it more. He's good.
All right. Patty, take 2 points of damage as one goes high and just hits you, just streaks across your neck.
Okay.
The rest of them missed. And then back in the hallway here, Thyber, 2 of them take up the breach, standing on the bodies of the brethren. What's your AC3?
Yep. Both hit.
Both are going to hit you, yeah. 10 points of damage, plus make me a save versus poison.
Poison or paralysis?
Poison. These are 2 gnolls. Just a dirty blade. Okay, not a problem. You got your tetanus shots. All cut up. So that's the only thing that can reach you guys. Thyber, they're massing in behind the 2 in front of you. It looks like some of them do have pikes and spears, so they're going to try and do a second row to be able to attack you next round. They're not set up for it yet, but it looks like that's what they're going to try and do. All right, so that was their actions. Talina, you're standing in the door. What were you going to do?
Yeah, I was coming over here on the side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in with Patty.
Okay.
And if I can see, how many do I see in their doorway?
There's in room 117. There's a lot. There's more than a dozen.
Okay, but only so many can go in the
doorways. None
right?
of them are actually in the doorway. They're all just preparing to throw spears at anyone who stands in front of the doorway. They're not interested in heading into your room. They're prepared.
Oh, okay.
There's
All
that
right.
table still.
And we got the table.
Yeah, you guys can take cover behind the table.
I might at some point remind the Bashy boys that doors have been very beneficial to them in the recent past as well.
So what are you doing, Talina? You can throw
yeah.
daggers in there. You can try and spear somebody from the doorway. You don't have to go
I'm
in
gonna
to
go
use
ahead
your
and throw
spear.
daggers in there.
All right. Go for it. How many can you throw in around?
3.
Okay, hit and killed one. That's a miss. Do you want to re-roll it or do you want to take it?
No, I'll take it.
Okay, and hit and killed one. So you take 2. Daggers right in the throat. You take a couple of gnolls down.
Okay. And then, can I go over here?
Yeah. Do you want to? Okay, yeah. If you go there, then they can't see you in that other room, so
Right.
you're clear. Let's go ahead and do Patty, who's also in that room. So you're standing behind the table right now. So basically, you've got cover from the chest down.
All right, so I'm gonna take that table and pick it up with one hand.
Okay.
Go one-handed with my bone grinder, and I'm gonna press the advance into the hallway.
You're gonna go back out of the room into the hallway, or are you gonna press forward into 117?
Oh, 117. I thought you said they were in. Yeah. 117.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
that's
gonna
what I
go
meant.
ahead and force your way into. Okay, so I'm gonna say the table will act as a large shield. Okay.
Okay.
So it'll help your armor class.
How much AC does large shield give you?
I think a large shield is a plus.
Be 2.
Is it 2?
+2. So I'm a negative
believe
1
so.
right now.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You
I'll
push
double
in.
check, but I believe-
Go ahead and make an attack. The room is
Alright.
filled with gnolls.
Yep. How many?
You want to stop and count? There's more than a dozen.
Okay. How? This room's only like 10 feet wide.
No, it's 20 by 20.
How big is this table?
It's like a 5-foot table, 5 foot long, maybe 3 feet wide.
All right, so 5 foot long.
You could easily block the doorway if you wanted to with it.
You said it's a 20-foot room.
Yeah, 20-foot square. It's got a pretty high ceiling.
If you want to go in, I'll go right behind you.
Well, part of me is wondering if I should just paste a bunch of them with the door again,
Yeah,
since
but they
it's
got-
such a small
Boy.
room. But part of me is
Boy.
also thinking block it and fireball above.
That's
'cause it's a
that's
big room.
exactly it. You cork it up and then I
Alright.
roast them.
I cork it up and
Okay.
Yeah, I just like go into the doorway and I plant the thing in front of the doorway
Sure.
to
You shove
seal
the
it up.
table to close up the doorway. Okay.
And then with my sword, I'm gonna like jam a hole into the middle of it so that you
Yeah.
can
So you
see
got an
through
eye
it.
hole.
Yeah, so you can fireball through it. Because I know you have to look and
Yep.
shoot the fireball.
All
So
right.
I'm
Yep.
like,
So that's your action.
Yeah.
That whole thing is your action. Thiber, back in the hallway, you've got two ready. They're in melee with you, and two more coming up behind them that are going to use spears next round.
Leech.
One goes down. You have only one attack this round.
Oh, I'm two.
Oh, there you go. There's your
Every
next
round.
one. Okay, so yeah, you drop the two, but they're quickly two more comes in way. But yeah, they're now standing on four corpses, which is
Yeah.
making this get kind of littered up.
They're the four
Pretty hard to keep your
spiders
balance on there.
too.
Yeah, so we'll do that on your turn.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and take your turn now, Growing Wolf? What do you want to do?
Okay, cool. So I'm going to tell my two spiders, if I can, that are in this room to not advance past the door, which I guess they couldn't because Patty blocked it anyway.
Patty's blocked the door. Yep.
I'm going to cast Fireball either through the door or by scooching next to the door, however I got to do it with that little eye hole that we have.
Okay, so how big's your fireball? Like I said, it's a 20-foot
So-
square room, and Patty's in there.
So it fills a 10-foot 10-foot by 10-foot by 10-foot area with a 20-foot radius sphere is how they describe it.
Yeah, it's going to fill the room.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And that is, what is that again? It is a lot. I always forget. 1d6 per caster level, so it's
Oh, geez.
8d6.
So Patty's in the room. Are you still
Oh.
going to cast it?
I thought Patty was on the outside of the room holding
Yeah,
the.
I thought it was on the
Yeah.
outside.
Okay,
I
I
was
thought
on
you said
the-
you ran
Okay,
into the
yeah.
room. No, okay, that's
No,
fine.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Patty like was gonna paste him, but then
Okay.
stood outside.
Yeah,
with
his
the
icon
door.
was
Yeah.
still in the room. So
Oh shit!
Oh,
Okay,
my bad.
okay.
My bad.
My bad. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, I wouldn't have pasted Patty though. But
Okay.
well, no.
Yeah, my save versus
27
spell is
points of
good.
damage.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, so theoretically, two of these people
Take
could
the
survive
pain.
half damage.
Take
So
the pain.
nope. Yeah, hey, one of them survives.
Nice.
For now.
It's a moral victory.
Okay, so that leaves Tristan. Thiber, you see a big gout of flame erupt as the fireball spills over into 118 and blows into the corridor here. It's not got
Kind of
The
chuckle
rate-
knowing what it is.
yeah. No trouble in knowing what just happened over there. No trouble at all. Tristan?
Well, I mean, I guess I'll run down to Thyber's corridor so there's somebody there to back him up just in case something happens.
Okay.
I think everybody right now is dead there, so I don't think there's anything I can stab right now except Thyber, and I'm not going to do that.
If you want to throw a dagger, you can certainly.
I don't think I have throwing daggers. No, I only have longbows. So I could swap to a longbow and shoot somebody.
Yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead.
I guess so. I get. Here's guessing I can't backstab somebody with that. Even if I hit, it's only one
wow.
damage.
Yeah, so that definitely hits, but one damage. Yeah, it's a glancing blow at best. Did you want to re-roll it, or do you want to take it?
No, I can't. It's not worth it.
All right.
I look at Thiber and give him the thumbs up, even though he can't see me.
What's that?
Correction on the shield, because I was going from second edition. A shield is only AC 1, but a small shield protects against one melee
Yeah,
attack
that's
round,
right.
normal against 2, and a large against 3.
Actually, I think 3 also gives cover. Like if you plant it, it actually gives you cover as well.
It doesn't not seeing that here. Maybe in another section.
Yeah.
You say large shield count is counted against up to 3 attacks per melee round.
Yeah.
Attacks from the
like a
right
tower
flank
shield.
and rear always negate the advantage of a shield.
Yeah, that's right. It's a tower shield that acts as cover, and a large shield is Okay, good enough. So was that everybody then? I think so. That was all of it was all of you guys. So next round, The fireball that went off back here did not catch anybody in the hallway. It's not got the range to have caught anyone, so that was more just dramaticness as the fire gouted out that way. We had Talina roll, so Grown Wolf back up to you. Roll a d6. Actually, your spiders. The spiders in the hallway.
right.
Roll 5d20. The last one is your bloodworm.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, wow. Okay, 2 of them. So the first one, roll a d6.
Okay. 6
point damage. He made a save, so not poison,
Mm-hmm.
but 6 points of damage. Bloodworm, roll 2d8.
Okay. Oh, not bad.
Just erupts underneath one of them, and just a spray of blood fountains all over the place.
Hopefully it got a knoll this time instead of a ghoul. Hopefully it got some.
It was a knoll this time.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So next round, d6 Grown Wolf, and is anyone
All right.
casting?
I'm just directing things this round personally.
Okay. 3, and they get 4. So they go first on a 3. The one surviving person in 117 walks up to the looks through the knot in the door and casts magic missile at Patty, who's right on the other side.
That son of a.
Okay, so 3. This is actually not bad.
Here it is. I thought you were gonna like have him stick his finger through and a little red orb appears. He does a fireball back at you.
Oh no! Hoisted by my own petard.
13 points of damage, a streaking purple rays of magic slam into your head, Patty.
Ow.
And then
I'm
he
gonna-
moves off to the side, just so he's not immediately inside where you can see through the eye hole.
Okay.
Open the door on him. Boom.
So the rest of them, so 2 more take up the hallway oak. They come at Fiber. However, I'm going to say that the body's piled up there, so they're using their spears to kind of poke at you. If you can drop these 2, you've pretty much sealed up this corridor with dead bodies. But they both hit. Oh my gosh.
Catch me. Any poison save?
2 points of damage. You've already made the save versus the poison. I'm not going to make you save again. It's the same poison. So just 2 points of damage. The GM cannot catch a break. Killing the players tonight. The rest of them back here, you see that some of them are running down the corridor. They may be going for help. You're not sure, but one of them breaks away and goes down this way. One of them breaks away and goes down this way. That's their turn. Who wants first?
I'm gonna step into 117.
All right, so you just push the table all the way, step into 117.
Oh, I'm still holding it like a shield.
Okay. Okay. You grab it, step into 117. Probably grab it by the hole that you made.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's one Knoll in here who was wearing like robes, but he got hit by half of a fireball, so he's burnt and scorched on one side. His clothing's all blackened and soot filled.
I'm going for the bonk. And
Oh my gosh, 29.
bonk.
Jesus Christ.
He's just a grease stain. You just one-handed with that maul of yours and just destroy.
Oh no,
him.
I'm using bone grinder.
Oh, you're using bone grinder. Okay, so then it's a very heavy chop, and you just right down the middle, just bisect him.
Nice.
I'm starting to understand how those dark stains in 111 happened, I say, as I see that.
Yeah. Patty did it all. So you're standing in 117.
yeah.
118, the door's been blown open by the fireball, but you don't see anything in 118, but you can hear the skirmish of battle out in the hallways.
I release a a terrifying battle cry. I think I mimicked something's the fire
Don't you-
spirit.
Okay.
I mimicked the fire spirit's
Oh.
roar before, so I remember that, and I used that for my new barbarian rage scream. So you just hear that fire elemental thing demonic wail.
All right.
Sounds like a crate dragon.
So
Yeah.
that's Patty. Talina,
Yes.
let's have Talina. What are you doing? So it looks like 117 is cleared. The bodies are all just been destroyed by fire, or the last remaining one that survived the fire has just been bisected by Patty. It looks clear. There still is this door over here, and you can hear combat out in the hallway.
Yeah, I'm going up to a spot.
Okay.
I'm not going to go out there, but I'm going to look. You know.
Okay.
Here that way.
So you're looking at the rear of a battle. The hallway is choked with gnolls and a few ghouls, mostly wielding spears. There is a ghoul towards the back that's wearing robes and is holding out spell ingredients.
Okay, I'll chuck at him.
All right. 1, 2. Yeah, you've got movement, and go ahead. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you killed him with the first dagger throw. You want to just throw it into the other two into different targets?
No, all three of him.
Okay. You overkill. The first one severs his spine. The next two just perform, nasty things to the rest of his body. So he drops. It's the only one in the group that looks like it might have been a spellcaster to you.
Okay.
Tristan, you're in the hallway with Thyber. Thyber's got 2 foes in front of him. You can see the bodies are piling up. You can see that there are more further in the corridor. You've got your bow out now, so you can take shots out into there, or what else?
Yeah. I will start shooting at people with my bow.
Okay.
Oh, it's got a rate of fire of 2.
Yes.
That means I can hit people for twice as much damage, possibly. Oh, nope.
It's a miss. Yeah.
Desperately miss someone.
Or miss twice as often.
Yeah,
miss
there is
twice as
that.
often,
Could
you're
miss
right.
twice as often. That's possible.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. Okay, there's a...
Okay.
So yes, only 3 points of damage. Though,
Well,
so,
I mean, this is they don't see you. I'll give you the backstab.
I can't backstab with a
I think
bow.
you can. I think you can. Actually, let me just read this real quick because I want to know myself if you can in this edition or not.
I don't think you can first edition. I think that was added in later.
All right, let me just check it here real quick.
Well, when 20,000 D&D first edition players started doing it every game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are arrows
Those
really?
house
But
ruled, yes, I allowed it. Same thing, like supposedly you couldn't do it with a 2-handed sword, but I always let the half-orc assassins use 2-handers if they wanted. I
yeah,
mean, if you could sneak up and hit somebody with something like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, here we
So
go.
I fire my arrow, it goes past them, and then bends round and comes back and hits them in the back when they're not looking. Okay,
You just hit him in a vital spot.
through the eye.
You ricochet it like billiard style off a couple walls, and then it lands in his back.
It's very specific: club, dagger, or sword only.
Okay.
Well, that's
Well, actually,
fortunate
no,
that
no,
I'm
no, no.
firing
Actually,
clubs.
no, that's
isn't
not
it?
true. It just says striking a blow from behind, be it with club, dagger, or sword. Doesn't mean that's inclusive or exclusive.
That's fair.
We all know this is when they didn't have editors doing stuff.
Yeah, note that striking by surprise from behind also. It doesn't say it can't be a ranged weapon. It just says striking from behind.
I'm not striking from behind though
Yeah,
either.
that's true.
I mean,
You're not. You're right.
not to argue out of it, but you know,
Yeah.
That's
It
where
wouldn't
they
die even if it
later
was
changed it
from
where it's just a vital spot, not necessarily from behind.
Yeah.
You know what though? From behind could mean many things. It could be behind in terms of numbers and momentum.
See, what
like,
we
there
didn't
has-
know, is Tristan is a master bowman, and he arcs the arrow. So-
Oh yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
all right,
Just
yeah.
whistle as you send
I
your
always
arrow
picture
out,
something
start
like the dude
whistling, like y'all
raises his
do.
arm up to attack, and you hit like in the armpit and hit a vital area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I guess I won't give it to you. Like if you were shooting a bow at someone that had their back to you, I would, but we won't do it in this circumstance. So
That's
You-
all right. I'll wait until they're running away.
yeah, there exactly. So this corridor
Back
is packed.
horribly.
But now we've got Talina attacking them from the rear. There's spiders causing havoc in the middle. Fiber, let's throw you in there. 2 more in front of you. If you can take these 2 down, you will have effectively choked off this area, so they can't attack you anymore.
Mm.
What it also means that you can't actually get to them either. Well, that'll kill one. Do you get 2 this round? Yeah, there it is.
Yep,
Yeah,
get
okay,
two
you
every
drop
round,
them.
Double specialized.
Which effectively, that's 6 bodies piled up in this corridor now. Yeah,
Could be
there's
like
that.
tricky maneuvering for them.
Grown Wolf, you got 2 spiders in this room that you had hold back with you. What do you want to do?
So I said I wasn't casting earlier. Would you mind if I cast if it's something that's not going to directly affect
Yes,
like an immediate
that's
thing?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because seeing what everyone else is doing by the end of the round, I'm casting enlarge on one of the spiders,
Okay.
and that's going to make it 80% bigger.
Right. Okay. So that'll take effect next round anyway. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can Kristen
Okay.
get on my shoulders and shoot over the bodies?
Like a blaster master situation, basically.
All right. So next round we'll have Tristan. Go ahead. A D6. Is anyone casting this
right.
round?
Yes, I am.
Okay. They go first. Okay, so Fiber, they can't attack you. They're not going to put the energy into pushing the bodies aside. You see some of them break down this passage. Talina, you're going to get a couple of attacks on you, but mostly the group is just going to try and push past down this corridor here. And they miss Talina. Again, mostly they aren't really trying to do anything against you. They're just moving out this way into the darkness. That's their actions. Grown Wolf, one of your spiders, gets 80% larger.
Yeah, I cast it on the one that I made friendly, I think.
Okay.
And I because the idea is, hey, if piling into a hallway and being big is helpful and blocking things off, I'm gonna tell that one to push past like Talina and go fuck some shit up, basically.
Yeah, so
with
this
its
thing is
mouth.
now about the size of a human. It started off as
Yeah.
about the size of a dog.
Go on the ceiling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a break from combat actually, since Fiber, you'd have to push through the bodies to get to them, and most of them broke and ran. Talina, you're the one that's seeing them flee.
Well, the thing is,
yeah.
when I peeked out here, I was wondering what's over here because she did peek out both ways.
Yeah, there's no. This is a room. 118 is just a room. There's nothing else there.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, but I mean, so
That's not a
there's
corridor.
nothing
It's a
over on
small
this side.
room.
Okay, I thought it was a corridor to something.
Now there is a corridor right here. Did you want to turn around the corner? Of course, are you carrying a light source? Right now,
no.
things are illuminated by Tristan down here, which is not.
No,
providing...
I'm not carrying that, am I? If I'm using my.
Yeah, but you would have placed it
two-handed
on the
bow.
floor, so it'd be visible.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
So-
I don't have any. I don't have. It'll be taking. Actually, she carried a lantern, but she put it down during the fight. So,
Okay, right.
No.
So you can't. They just went into the darkness. You know that there is a corridor here, a door here, and a lot of them went down the central part of the corridor, but it's all into the darkness.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call in for artillery.
Okay.
Grown Wolf.
Grown Wolf, how many rounds did you keep the spiders again?
So that was 2 rounds per level, and I'm level 8.
Level 8. Okay, so your spiders would have followed and continued to combat down the corridor, as does your
Yeah.
bloodworm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you guys do? There's a lull in combat here as the spiders chase the gnolls and the ghouls down into the darkness.
I would probably make my way back here just to see how everybody's doing, because I kind of abandoned ship on those folks, and I don't know
Probably
that
would have met in the middle,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
because once that's piled up and we see them running, we would have been going around the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Middle's like 116,
So-
117 maybe ish.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go in there. That's where I was last, anyways. So
Okay. So we could pursue. I sent
You got
the.
this over-
Go ahead.
Yeah, that door was never opened, and top
Oh.
corner of 115.
yeah, why don't we go that way?
They did flee. My monsters are currently, at least keeping them a little busy. I'd prefer not to be attacked from behind. Maybe we check that door.
Or we could, yeah, or we could pursue and support
True.
your monsters. You're gonna lose them.
True.
Leave them to just get annihilated.
I mean, they could be leading us to another trap or something, though.
Large group,
they've
yeah.
proven to be pretty organized. So I think I like the idea of us checking this door that you mentioned and
Yeah,
then
let's make it
closing
quick.
it behind us so they don't necessarily know where we went. Maybe they think we went back down like this way and they come looking for us and like the door's shut, so it's not like
Yeah.
a visible path.
I love this
Or
idea.
leave it open so they think we went that way.
Yeah, we
Ooh.
could leave other doors open, yeah.
So
Why don't we leave doors open by actually taking all those doors? Because you all have had a good work done with those doors in the past.
who opens the door?
True.
I'll open it.
Okay. It's dark. I suppose Tristan can be standing behind you.
Yeah, I'll be back.
And there's just a dark corridor, but it's lined with shelves. And on the shelves are plates, cutlery, goblets, tankards,
I'm gonna
and
take a minute.
it does do an L at the end here, so there's more to it. But that's just what you see from the door.
Patty's gonna take time to stop and stare at everything because it only takes like a round.
Just takes a moment.
So I'll just drop a couple of these. That succeeds. That fails. That
That's
fails.
fine. There's nothing magical in the room.
Okay, worth a shot.
I take umbrage to that because I think Patty is magical and Patty's in that room.
I whisper to myself, "Teach me your magics."
Mhm.
All right. So I mean, I go around the corner. I poke my head around the corner.
Okay, so who's following with light?
Hopefully Tristan.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stick with Thibra then, since we're the infravision, dark vision boys.
So it's a large banquet hall, over 100 feet long, 30 feet wide, 30 feet ceilings, tables, benches, chairs, stools. It's all scattered around and heaped about the place, showing that there were once great revelries here. Bits of tapestry and drapes still hang here and there from the walls. Bones and whole skeletons can be seen on the floor and under the heaped broken furniture. There was a great battle in here. Like, you can even see booted prints on the top of the tables. Furniture and chairs had been used, shields and smashed and broken. So yeah, there was a great battle in here.
I'm gonna go to the group and I'm gonna say, I'm thinking about the prisoners. I want to let them go. If we let them go, there's more people wandering around down here for these gnolls and stuff to worry about.
You know what? Let them go and tell them that to not speak word of how they were freed. If they're not, I just don't want more problems from them. So if they're just going to be fodder, I'm all for it. Just tell them to forget we exist.
Send them
I'm
down
gonna
the
do it.
hallway the Knowles went.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna try and get out, right?
Yeah, probably, hopefully. I don't know. I'm gonna go do it real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay,
It's
so
a distraction.
Talina goes, and you're gonna free the prisoners.
Yeah.
You're not wearing the robes, right? So they're like, "Oh, thank you. How do we get out of here? Do you have food? Do you have water?"
I just basically tell them, I don't know, but you're free. Good luck to you.
Do you have a light? Ma'am?
I
Ma'am?
have
They ask if you have a light. You're like, I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Yep.
All right, you free the prisoners. They're left in the dark.
There's
But-
some weapons in the hallway.
Yeah,
Probably-
they see all the
Scavenge.
bodies. The cool
You know, you
fights.
said there were a few.
Yeah.
Men who look like they
Yep.
might be able to take care of themselves.
Yeah, they scavenge shields and swords. 115 and 116 were kind of a garrison area, so I mean they'll find stuff in there. They'll find something to burn to turn into torches. But you free
Good luck
them.
to you. Get out of here. Good luck to you.
All right.
Hey, it's better than leaving.
Yeah, no, I
Parents
like it.
just
I like it.
died.
I like it. That's a very neutral God
Okay.
sort of thing. It's like, okay, here you go. I'm just going to give you a chance. It's up to you to.
Frankly, I'm amused by it. I'm for this, Talina. Like,
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, we are at time for the night. So there we go. Prisoners released. You guys found this great banquet room that had gone through some kind of pitched battle some time ago. Now, Talina, also, you might have mentioned to people that you did see gnolls come up this side passage. You guys aren't seeing any in the room 119. It does curve back this way, though, and that still would be in the darkness as your lantern only goes 30 feet of light, 60 feet of shadow behind it. So you don't illuminate enough of the room, but you don't see any gnolls.
you know, all I gotta say to that bird is, you know, it will illuminate the fuck out of that room, a fireball.
Yeah. All right, so let's recap here. So you now have an 80% larger giant spider that makes the spider about the human size. Your other spiders chase the gnolls down, so we're going to just forget them. They'll battle until the spell runs its duration, and they'll go off on their own. You have a bloodworm, which will eventually make its way back to you because you've got friendship on it.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you have on you? Oh, your cat.
I've got my cat.
You got your
My cat, I tend not to send into things because of the HP detriment if something were to happen.
Talino, are you recovering your daggers?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Gather up my daggers and make sure Rusty's with me. And
okay.
And I'll probably check out that caster if we have a down moment here as well.
Yeah, you can steal spell components.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. Nothing really else on him. No rings, nothing
what
that
about
might
the
be
one
magical.
in the hallway?
The one in the hallway. Well, did you want to check the body before you passed it by, Talina?
Yeah. If I haven't mentioned to him that there is, I'll check. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, there is actually a ring, pinky finger. Other than that, it's not really carrying anything other than spell components.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take the ring and then I'll take it over to Groundwolf and ask him to figure out what it is. It was on him, so it might be worth something. It might be able to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Here, while Patty is gone, we'll just roll for him. That's going to fail, actually. It does not tell him the magics.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so we'll end it there. You guys are not necessarily in a safe area, but you've gotten rid of another very large contingent of soldiers, because that's certainly what they seem to be down here. Prisoners are left to roam around to get out on their own methods. Actually, you're not very far away from that corridor with the stairs, so they'll be able to find their way out easily enough.
Okay.
Once they get light. So they're just down the corridor there. So we'll end it there for the night. Friendin, what do you got going on this week? You are on your stream quite often these days. Not so much over the holidays, though.
Yeah, I did take the holidays kind of off. I'm back to my pretty much daily tabletop RPG art making. So if you like old school style pen and ink tabletop art, check out my channel. I do it on there pretty much every day.
Nice. And Dion, what are you got going on, birthday boy?
Well, I am playing through Valkyrie Profile right now on my channel at Twitch TV Substances Used. I am in the final chapter, got a couple dungeons left, and then end game content and a bonus dungeon. Otherwise, you can find me playing tabletop RPGs with all my super cool, awesome friends like you guys.
Nice. Richard.
I'm Richard, and my New Year's resolution this year is to be less condescending. Condescending means talking down to people. Did you know that? And you can find me not talking condescendingly to anybody over at LMTDETMFFR, or say it with me now,
Limited time
offer.
Limited.
Yes, all those words.
Wells.
Where I will be playing video games very badly.
Hey, Oak, what do you got going on?
Hey, besides this tired pupper sleeping on me, I got Tuesday with you fine folks, as well as I got a game right after this one playing some 5e homebrew. And Friday nights and Saturday nights starting at midnight Central playing some more 5e over on my Twitch.
Nice. And Jeff,
Oh,
I just dropped your link to Dicey Tales production and drive-through.
thank you. Yes, I'm working with one of my sons on getting the Kickstarter video going so we can get this thing going. And other than that, I am here playing the game.
Nice. And if you found us, you know where we are. Twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. We stream on Tuesdays, this game, First Edition Dungeons and Dragons. Friday is a BX Dungeons and Dragons. We're going through Castle Amber. Getting near the end of that one right now. And Sundays, Toss Up. We've got different things going on. We've got a long-running Shadowrun game in various different systems other than Shadowrun. And then the alternate week, we've had a Gamma World 2nd Edition. I've been having some issues getting players together for that. But things go on Sundays. This Saturday, I will be on the official Goodman Games channel running a DCC game of Linkmar. And check out the podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. 11 plus years of goodness.
Nice.
Thanks a lot, guys, for playing. Thank you all very much for watching tonight. So goodbye,
Good night,
everybody.
everyone.
Good
Night,
night,
everybody.